Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we're here with some more Historic Anthology 5 decks. This is a update to Gruul Aggro, and a card we want to try out with Historic Anthology 5 is Atarka's Command. So this is another powerful 2-drop that we can chain off Burning Tree Emissaries. It's a burn spell, prevents life gain, it could ramp us, as well as giving our team all +1/1. This is really nice in addition to like Embercleave or as an alternative to just push through more damage. So it's in a Gruul shell. This is basically the list I was playing that got me to Mythic. I took out Abundant Harvest, put in Atarka's Command, cut one Scavenging Ooze main, and then playing a Vivian Monster's Advocate in its place. I may want to go up an additional land instead of Vivian, but I've liked Vivian in kind of the more value-added games. But the point of the deck is to get to the board quick and smash hard. In the sideboard, we have burn spells to kill creatures in terms of Magma Spray and Abrades. We have Shaper Sanctuary if stuff targets our creatures. We have Cage. We need Relic of Progenitus. Sorry. I was updating all these lists and then realized there's a better card. Relic of Progenitus. Relic deals with the graveyard, draws you cards. Really nice card in that effect. On-Cop Crasher to get around blockers. Shifting Ceratops is a good way to get uncounterable threats versus blue-white control. We have some Clothis. We have Cinder Vines for the more controlling matchups. So let's take it to the Mythic ladder, see how it goes. I tried a mono-red version. I was recording it, and then Arena crapped out on me. But it felt like a worse mono-red. You made worse mana, and you need the removal, I find, because you don't close out as quick as Gruul. Your creatures aren't as large. So it just felt worse overall. Luris deck. Okay, that sounds good. Let's put the ruins away for now. That other hand would have been nice if we had a green source or like one extra land. Okay, opponent mulliganed a bit. Might be auras. They tend to mulligan a little bit more aggressively. This could be Death Shadow. Play this out as green or red. Atarka's Command's pretty sweet. Could ramp, deal 3 to them. That lets me Questing Beast next turn, but we're Questing Beast next turn anyways. The questions, do I just want to take this knight off the battlefield now or just play out Bone Crusher Giant? I think we're... just going to say go. What we can do here is... you can always Atarka's Command them, get ahead on a land. If they did want to pump. Kind of like the surprise factor of this. Plus, if they bring Luris to hand, I want to have an answer for it. That's pretty good. Deal 3 damage, put a land. If we hit a land, I can also Bone Crusher. Oh, that was sweet. I can do both. I forgot about that. So even if they have a shadow here, my questing beast just trades with it. So they need like running shadows. Scourge doesn't block here. I can do this. I think I'd rather just go safer here. Especially because we drew Vivian for turn. That shuts off most of their life gain ability. And they can't target my Bone Crusher. Okay, so in this matchup, Shapers is good, Clothis is good. I think we'll bring in the Abrades. Question is, do I want the sprays as well? Cindervines might be interesting just as a way that they can't cast their spells. Hazoret, they can't really take off the battlefield. Clothis is fine, can help with the life gain race. I think we're cutting Vivian here. 4 cards to cut. Let's trim on a couple elves. Trim. Probably an Atarka's Command and an Embercleave. We'll see how much removal they bring in. If the because the thing is, Cindervines enables them at first. Yeah, this hand's fine. Gonna play this out first because they are a discard deck. Alright, we'll take those. One win. Easy peasy. Rena's been a bit sporadic with the audio and everything today. Find an opponent. Dr. Kuvajuvajuvajuva. Play first. Everybody's on a Luris deck today. While normally I would like to play the Shatter Skull Smashing, because chances are a Luris deck is going to be on discard. Guess everyone's trying out Kolaghan's Command. This hand's pretty good. I may shock him this next turn. We'll see what they play. Whereas since we drew Cleave, I think we just play this out tapped. They might not have a lot in hand. I go Questing Beast. I could do this and this. Got rid of that anyways. Easy games. Blue-white auras is a deck we have not seen in some time. Shaper Sanctuary is good. We want all the burn possible in this matchup, as well as the Oncop Crushers. Clothis could probably come out. Vivian could come out. Hazaret, while interesting, is probably too slow. So this shuts off life gain, which is... Could get rid of the oozes, I think. I don't think we want to fight on the graveyard axis. We need to kill them before they start spinning their wheels. I can keep a Llanowar Elf. I can bring in a Scavenging Ooze instead. I think I like that better. Want to keep as aggressive as possible. This matchup's, like, the aura matchup itself is usually pretty terrible. The black-white auras is worse, I find. So blue-white could gain more life and they can make a bigger aura, but they're less resilient. So if we are able to kill their stuff, it's a little bit easier. Okay, well, this is a very linear hand, so we're just going to try to kill them. Problem. This thing shuts off a lot of what we're trying to do. With the life gain, might be too much. I think we're just going to next game. We're not dead that turn, but they have their engine going. My stuff's not going to really do much. I think we're off Shapers. The life gain. Let's just do that. The hand was decent, but they shut off our life gain. Once Core Spirit Dancer goes, it's a 3/5. Our stuff's not attacking through. I'm gonna keep this hand just because we can turn 3 cleave. Might be fast enough. Best draw would be any sort of removal on 2. I'm doing this because I want double red. This matchup's rough. So next turn I go Spellbreaker, give it haste. Nice. And that's basically what we're trying to do. Either Atarka's command or that, and we just smash in. The one nice thing about this deck is it's pretty non-forgiving. I think we want one more removal spell. Let me see. While Vivian is interesting, we're only playing 22 lands. It's a little hard to hit that consistently. I can bring the other Clothis to the main board. So let's cut this. Bring this over. Probably want to go up another Braid. Or I can go Lava Coil. Red Cat Melee doesn't help. We can do Fry. Do I have a Fry in the sideboard? I don't. Fry helps the Teferi matchup as well. Let's play Fry. one more. See how it plays out. The games are nice and quick, which is always a beautiful thing with this deck. Oh, Killadubs. He's on some sort of control deck. Alright, well, we'll keep this. Knowing him, he's also going to be on Gear Hulk. Killadubs loves flash decks, so turn 2 Clothis is going to be very good against him. Even better. I think we're just attacking in here. If he goes Wolf, that's fine. I could Bone Crusher it. I want to use this Atarka's command if possible as a surprise. Okay, so I think we're just doing this now post-combat. That's fine. I have the Stomp ready anyways. His deck typically doesn't kill too fast. Land to be pretty good, so I can Atarka and Bone Crusher. Pretty aggressive on his part. I think we're just attacking in. I should have actually probably done that. It gets an extra point of damage. That's fine. Burn on his end step. He's already at 7 life. Could have a Sublime Epiphany. It's a card he loves. Could be Memory Lapse, which I can't do much about. He needs a blocker here. So he always plays 4 Aether Gusts on the side. It's always fun running into a fellow streamer. So in this matchup, fries don't seem that great, neither do sprays. The relic seems good, cindervines seem good, shaper's sanctuary's decent, ceratops as well. Largely cleave isn't necessary here. He has a lot of counter spells. 5 cards to cut. Clothis very good in this matchup. Hazaret can probably trim this. Probably the Bone Crushers. I don't mind the burn, especially because we're going to be somewhat racing here. Let's trim along the edges here. Probably trim one Atarka's command. Doesn't do a huge amount in this matchup. So, taking game 1 is very important because we get game 3 potentially on the play. Oh, if we had a green source. If only we had a green source. Put away Atarka's command here. Getting this out early is important. I want to play this tapped. It's not great. Not great. Especially since we drew 2 of our... Like, we only have 4 4-drops and we've drawn 2 of them. We haven't really played to the board to pressure him. He does play slow, so clock's always a consideration. Mind you, we're on a very hyper-aggressive deck. Wish this was Cindervines instead, but... Into the north. It's an interesting card. I'm just gonna hardcast this. If he wants to trade a land for it, he can. Green source would be nice here. We are just getting to the point of the game where we haven't done enough. I might not want these Cindervines. Let's see if he wants to trade Faceless. If he has Wolf here and we don't draw a green source, could be Spiral into Wolf. That's like worst case. Yeah. May just... need to go next game on the play. Take a Clothis. This also counts as a wolf, which is kind of cute. We've taken a bunch of damage off the screen source. Could be Sublime Epiphany. Looks like it. Can't do much there. Alright. Our lands kind of deceived us that game. I don't think we want to be on the Shaper's Plan. I think we just want to... A Braid's interesting. Put 2 Cleaves in. Could also go on crop instead of Bone Crusher, perhaps. Play it out like that. Like, he has enough bounce post board that Klothys isn't as big of a beating as game 1 was. Between Aether Gust and... I think we want another land in the deck. It's a few games now, we just haven't really curved up. Keeping this hand just because it's pretty decent. I think this is why I like Abundant Harvest better. If like this would be Abundant Harvest in our deck, and this lets me keep a one-lander a lot more consistently. Largely, this has felt kind of lackluster. The fact it can't deal with creatures is also kind of a negative. There's merit to getting this down, but I want to put a clock on board. It's bad if he has memory lapse. I think the hand's a reasonable keep. Still have 21 lines in the deck. Just wants to punish us today. Land there really punishes him. We get to go Cinder Vines there and then start taxing him. No BTE drop. Maybe that was a mulligan. So Ratchet Bomb is probably okay here. So I BTE and I Stomp. Actually, I can BTE and Cinder Vines, and then I can blow up the Ratchet Bomb if needed. So he can choose to do this on 1, but then he leaves me my board, and Cinder Vines will start putting a clock on him. He can do this on 2, and I can just blow it up. So he needs to make a decision if he wants to take out my lands or not. Really want to land here. Would love a land. all the lands in my deck come into play untapped. Some cost life, others not so much. If I draw land, is he dead? So this deals 3. So it's 3, 6. So deals 3 damage, booster creatures. So while we had, I guess we had lethal. So now he's dead. That was a good game. We basically won on 1 mana for pretty much the whole game. Awesome. So that's a really good showing for the deck. Am I sold on Atarka's Command? I'd have to play it a bit more, but Gruul continues to be a very strong deck in this format. Weird noise. Anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support as always. And if you haven't done so, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.